I'm Samantha Truskowski and I'm a training manager at Little Caesars. I was raised in Detroit. We're a big hockey family. My parents divorced when I was very young, so most of my life it was me and my mom. My mom lost her job very early on in my life, so as soon as I turned 16 I had to get a job. And then my best friend worked for Little Caesars and she told me hey, you should come get a job here. She kept telling me this for years and I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't think I'm gonna like making pizza. I had my own apartment and money was getting really tight. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot and I'll work 2 jobs. I completely thought it was just gonna be temporary and I didn't think that I was really gonna love it, but I fell in love with the company. And I was completely wrong. I really enjoyed making pizzas. I started as a crew member. Within 6 months of being with the company, I was already a store manager. I've been out of my house since I was 17. So basically I've always had to take care of myself, but with this job I was able to save money and actually buy my own house by the time I was 24 years old, which most people at my age can't say. This gives me a tremendous amount of opportunities of things that I never thought I'd be able to do. We're in Westland, Michigan. People love pizza a lot in this area. We have a high school nearby, so kids are constantly coming after school to get pizza, and then after football games, before dances, after dances, so people are always getting pizza. I would say that this is probably the most fun I've ever had in a job. Our whole store is just a family as a whole. A lot of them call me mom, just because I become that work mom to them, making sure that they're always okay, and always checking on them, making sure that school's going good, college is going good, and always helping them to succeed in any parts of their life. Friday nights I like to close because I like to be there with my entire staff, because that's when you have the most people there. It's usually the most exciting. It's usually the most fast-paced, so I like to be there during those times. My favorite thing about working at Little Caesars is when you get your really hard employees that they've been on the same station for week after week and it's just not clicking. And then there's the one day where it finally clicks, and knowing that you got that person to actually click and that eventually then they're gonna be that manager for you, knowing that you got them to that point is it's probably the most heartwarming part about this job. Little Caesars is one of the top pizza chains in the entire world. We're in multiple countries, and being a part of that and knowing that my name is with the brand is it's a big deal. It's not a small time thing. Just knowing that you could really go anywhere and that they'll help you to get anywhere, and all the things that they do for the community, for the homeless, for their veterans. They always are constantly taking care of others. It's a very big family company, and I love being a part of it. So being a keeper of the brand means to me I'm just being a hero to every customer that walks into our door, and being a hero to all of my employees, and knowing that I'm that person that makes an impact on their life, being that person that first ever believed in them, because that's a big thing for a lot of these kids that I hire. They've never had anybody believe in them, and I'm always that first person that gets to believe in them. And knowing I get to work for Little Caesars and being a keeper of this entire brand is an amazing feeling.